Okay, so now I've done some designing. Well, I just search location, choose niche, input follower number, and find perfect match input information and start button. But this is not the crucial part. The crucial part is that we kind of have our model of our interface, and I will now start using AI. I just use Copilot because I have it already installed on my computer. Can also use ChatGPT. It's also a good version. So hello, can you input me this HTML in a valid HTML template, with a modern design. So you kind of use your generated HTML code as part of the prompt that the program knows how to help you. Well, then we just copy it and look what it will give us. I mean, if anything goes wrong, we can just generate this block again. So if you now want to run this, then you need to go on run and start debugging. And then it will ask you what kind of browser you want to use. And I choose Edge. You can also use Chrome. Yes. And then it will open the HTML file in the browser. So this is what your customer will receive. Okay, the length is not perfect. I can kind of make them to be the same length. But yeah, you have choose niche, can input. We still have no functionality, but this will come later. Choose niche, fitness, and Germany. Now we start, but there will nothing will happen because yeah, I have not selected any options, but the functionality part will now start. We have a solid design and we can now implement the functionality. But before we go to the functionality, I just want to say that this is not professional software development device. I just want to use the easiest way possible to do this product. Because in professional software development you need to do more than just develop the software. You need to handle test cases and documentation, but this will not be part of the tutorial. I just want to use the most rookie way to achieve my desired result. So now I continue with implementing the functionality. So now we will implement the functionality of our web service because we now have an interface, but we don't have any functionality. So you go onto Google and install node.js. You look for the download and you go on download node.js. And I need to install it for Windows. And with npm, keep that in mind that this is important. So I use the Windows installer MSE and it will install. I open the file and you just go on next, you accept, next, 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 and install. So when the installation process is completed successful, you finish. And when it's finished, you open your terminal in your VS Code, go on new terminal, and then when it will open, you just go npm minus v node use. Okay, so look, it wasn't found. Then you go onto, you open it again. Wait for the terminal to open. And go node minus 5. Okay, so now it can find it. When it gives you back v 24.12, that's the version. And with npm, that's the package manager, so you can install things through your terminal with this program. And it gives me back 11.6.12, so that's a version I use right now. So it means everything is okay. So now we have to make a new file with right click in this code area. Go new file, and I make a file called backend.js. This will host our whole functionality, or most of the functionality. So I go back to my Copilot, and I ask him now, can you make me a node.js server for this HTML file? Okay, so this is the first one. Node.js server. And you have, okay, I need to install something before I can do this, but I will just copy the server code and just go in the, just write in the terminal. Okay, maybe you will need to here to change the path name to only your name, directory name, and you also need to change here the file name, node backend.js. Okay, now it will complain because you it lacks a special module express, but don't worry about it. Just copy the whole error code here and give it to Copilot and say, I get this error code with this code, and then go back to your JS file and copy this and just give it to him. Express is not installed in that folder. Yeah, as I mentioned, it complains that it does not have such a module. So now you need to write in your terminal npm install express. So you open your terminal, then you write npm install express, and okay, so it looks fine now. Some new files were generated and also a new folder, node modules. So this is a good sign. And now I write in node the name of my JS file, backend.js. And now I get this message, server running at HTTP local 3000. So I now press click and control. And it should open the file. So basically how it works, when a user inputs the message like localhost 3000, it gets guided to your server, and this server will send him this surface. And I can now, well, I still have no functionality, but the part that it is sent remote from other server is already done. So in the next step, when you want to stop your application, just press Control and C in the terminal and it will stop. And if you write node backend.js, it will get started again. So now we will work on the functionality of our program, that it will find us YouTubers.